exploring some of my absolute oldest art in preparation for the December season. I will put some of my current art right here, right now, so that you can get an idea of where we are now versus 2018. Future Rain here, just wanted to really quickly pop in while you look at some of my current art so you have a better idea. I am basically making this video specifically because I plan to do a year review of my art. I want to do those every year where I say this is everything I made for this year, 2024, that I'm particularly proud of or particularly would like to improve upon in the coming year, skills I want to hone, journeys I want to take, and kind of just assess myself as an artist, not necessarily like make New Year's resolutions because I would never stick to them and I would just die of humiliation later. But I want to have these come out in the same month and be pretty close in time so that everybody can just see 6 years ago to now. So, hi, hey, hello. If you're new here, my name is Rain. If you're not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you stopping on by to my little corner of the internet. And let's just start talking. So, as far as my art journey goes, there was a time where I didn't believe that I was creating art. I was just doing weird hobby stuff. And that's why all of these sketchbooks are date or numbered less than 1, right? Because I finished all of these and I was actively thinking, you're now making art when I labeled my sketchbook 1, which started right around 2018. So, frankly, the first one is the most boring one. It's almost entirely gesture drawing, so I just want to show you guys some quick little gems from this art alternative sketchbook that was being worked on from May 2018 to June 2018, where which feels like a long time, but not a lot of time for this much stuff, but it's mostly just like this, right? Like there's barely anything on the page. You can hardly even see the stuff on the page because it's so light. So let's just look at some of the prime contenders for what barely 15-year-old me thought was art. The cover from the Autumn Effect album. Some of my peaks are actually the very classic trying to understand anime eye phases. These were some great moments in my artistic journey. And these are all important moments in the artistic journey because I am of the belief that the more you kind of explore yourself as an artist early on, trying to figure out what you do and you don't like to draw, the easier it gets for you to find your style later. Because you're not going to be born with an art style. It's not going to just immediately appear, fall directly into your lap or anything like that. Also, if you hear a weird thumping sound, my door is a sliding door. And it just shakes sometimes. So I think that's it for those. So let's get into the Howl's Moving Castle fan art. Sorry, bro. I'm just being honest. Sorry, bro. I even said surrendered, unfinished. Finishing this would not have fixed the problem, and that's that I didn't know facial anatomy, and that's okay. An 8 for effort. Honestly, this is like pretty ambitious for my first time drawing. Basically, after a really upsetting art class experience, which is my first ever sketchbook. Not sketchbook 1, but I was required to have a 9x12 sketchbook completed by the end of the course, and it is almost entirely me sketching album covers, like the same album cover page to page. I'm determined to talk about it on my channel and how I had a really bad experience in that class, go into depth about why I quit art for a while because of it. And this is me kind of like rediscovering art a year or two, well, about a year and a half after that class. Because I had such a bad experience, I quit. And so I'm actually like really surprised going back through it at how much effort I was putting into trying things that are terrifying, like hands. This hand in particular is horrifying. Like, respectfully, your hand is broken, Howl. Like, I can't even be upset about Calcifer's face and the fact that he is squished because that hand is broken. Completely obliterated. But some of these pieces were really ambitious, and I know that I was proud of myself at the time for doing so good, even when I was like, oh, that's a failure. I recall being proud at the like effort that I was putting in. And that's just really kind of a large part of this journey for me, is just I am proud of myself for sticking through. I'm kind of really amazed at just the fact that this was, I know it sounds like a long time, and for my life it is kind of a long time, like in the grand scheme of like the internet. And I've only been on YouTube for a year and a half-ish now, so it sounds like a lot longer, but in the grand scheme of life, 6 years ago is nothing. Right? 15 to 21 is kind of a large leap in your life, yes, but as far as like all of this is concerned, the entire rest is basically gestures, by the way. As far as these are concerned, I'm very just amazed, one, that I created these things and pushed through, right? So I'm very... Wait a minute, why does it have the date 4/29/18? When did I start this? 5/1/18. You know what, I actually have started sketchbooks upside down multiple times before on accident. I would not be surprised if I did that. And was like in the back, right? And I was trying to do, I used to draw upside down because that's a way that you can trick the left side of your brain. Oh, yeah, by the way, the slippers are holding my tripod up, otherwise you guys would just fall over. But so basically there's a way that you can, if you draw upside down, it tricks the left side of your brain into not identifying things as you know them to be. Upside down, yes, it's an upside down heart, but your brain won't say, oh, I know that that's a heart, I know what that looks like. And it can improve your ability to see the shapes and thus create better art, right? So that's probably why this is dated prior to the actual start of the sketchbook, but not a big deal. This one, oh, the cover is also falling off. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna be honest, I think that Sketchbook 0.4 might be the most interesting one, yet I know 0.8 has some graphic imagery, and when I say graphic imagery, I mean like I'm a stupid teenager and I think genitalia is funny. Kind of graphic. So I think that the solution to this would be save the best for last, which is maybe the best for last. Let's do 0.6 first. I know it's out of order and it's stupid, but like this is like the second least entertaining one. And then we'll get into the unhinged and really bad fan art after, because I know that there's some wild stuff in here and it's gonna be quality-wise absolutely bonkers. Wow, I don't even know what year it is. I know that that's supposed to be 18, not the year 28, but that's fine. Look at that, starting with a nose and an eyeball. Whoa. Okay. Okay, this is a mask I had to wear for a friend's school dance. This is the first post on my Instagram, guys. This is the first post on my Instagram. It's November 2018 is when I posted it. I was so proud of this clover, and that's a Shinedown song and its lyrics in the background. So do with that what you will. This was my Sally Face face. Like, Sally Face was my favorite thing at this time. I was so into the game. I was completely... Wow, you poor soul. I don't know who you were, but I really messed up your face. That's fine. But I was Nico from Percy Jackson. It was just like the thing that I was super, super into at the time. I think the Percy Jackson books were done coming out right around 2018, so I don't know if they were supposed to be eyelashes or tears, to be honest. So we're gonna just move on. Oh, I think almost all of this is me. Wow, that pen color difference is actually really noticeable. Interesting. I think this is a moleskin sketchbook. Yes. Probably a gift from a friend. Noses, mouths. I know that most of this sketchbook was me practicing anatomy. I have freckles. My freckles do not look like this. The Canyon is an album. I don't know by who. Lemon Balm. Drawing with Waffles is one of my favorite YouTube channels, or 2 channels still. I really hope she returns to the platform one day when her health is better. But, you know, I don't own a bunny. This might be a picture of a drawing of my partner's bunny. Wow, that boob is so not doing what it needs to be doing. You know what? That's not horrible. That's pretty okay. This is my hand. You can't tell. Oh, maybe you can. I'm being optimistic and too nice to myself. With that thumb, I know is probably a shadow, and that the thumb's supposed to end right there because it does change value very minutely, but dang, does that look wrong. Oh, wow. I really like that I critiqued myself even back then. That's really important for growing as an artist, is your ability to, wow, your neck is thick. To look at your art and know where you're going wrong. So Julian from The Arcane. Nope, The Arcane, sorry. A lot of Arcane spoilers have been coming out. The Arcana, the mobile game. So, I played that a lot. Poor soul, his eye is gone. But your ability to critique yourself is like crucial for you being able to identify where you need to make improvements, what you need to do to try and basically achieve the skills you want to achieve. If you can see where you're going wrong, where you're not achieving the effect that you want to achieve, you can then dedicate all of your time or your artistic sessions to figuring it out. I don't know why I turned it sideways. This is probably my kitchen table. This is Lemon Balm. That's a chapstick, and these are probably my textbooks and my binder and the corner of my laptop. I did this a lot. I think that I was trying to figure out facial proportions, but I was scared to make it even. Interesting. Kind of like that little scratchy style. Obviously, it's like this because of a lack of confidence, not like stylistic reasons. But I think that now that I know what I'm doing, it could be a very appealing method. How many of these are like 0.2 is the only one I went through. Okay, here's something other than eyeballs. Whole person. Isn't it just called a clip? Is this just called a clip? I mean, I guess they're just called a clip, like a hair clip. Asking 15-year-old me these questions. Oh, honey, your proportions are messed up, but that's okay. You know what? Nice abs, you know? Oh my gosh. More eyeballs. Eyes. I don't know what she's doing, but you know what? I'm sure she's living her best life. I love fortune cookies. That's probably what this is. Learn. I don't know what that says. I can't read it. My handwriting is just as bad today as it was then as well. Oh, colored pencils are back. Nice. They're either low quality or I really suck at layering, but like they're very patchy. You can easily see the paper through them. Not layering particularly well. Fill space, dummy. You know what? It is good to fill the space in your sketchbook. Trying not to like just leave pages blank like this, basically. If you can avoid it, obviously this paper is like not great. It's like see-through as hell with the that's actually not bad. Sorry, I'm getting surprised. These are pretty good too. But when your paper is see-through, it's really hard to create work. Sally Face's new game page. This looks like it was a self-portrait. This was not a self-portrait. Trying Stardew Valley style. Fair. I love Stardew Valley. I would play it all the time when I had downtime between classes at college. And when I say college, I went to a school that did concurrent enrollment. So, like, high school students did college classes. I was not particularly excelled or intelligent. I love that I tried to do the reflection. That's pretty, like, it reads well. So, you know, good job, little me. My jeans. Oh, these must be the holes in my jeans. My goat Elliot out the window during winter. We get so much snow that he wasn't like window height in the summer, but with all the snow piled up from falling off the roof, he'd be able to basically walk through the window. Then my cat goes. He's fine. I don't know what's wrong with his eyeballs in this picture, but you know, he's alive and well. So you have no head. Like, forehead is not there. Ooh, what was this? I don't recognize this necklace. I'm sorry, I don't recognize it. I'm not sure what I was referencing there. More lemon balm. Misery. Oh, I believe this album's by Amity Affliction. I don't remember, though. Hailstorm. Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm. Sketch. Not sure who she is. Damn, I was calling people hun as a 15-year-old? Jesus. Get me out of your MLM. Definitely another attempt at a self-portrait. My headphones. My little to-go bag. I still have this pencil bag somewhere. Oop. Almost dropped you guys. You guys being the microphone. My tumbler. I still have that tumbler. This is another self-portrait. Much better self-portrait than the last one. More Nico fan art. Oh, this paper is actually really nice and thick. Then my TI-84 calculator. And then finally another self-portrait of me and my cat Ghost. This one's actually really good comparatively. So, I mean, I think you do actually see like a noticeable improvement from start to finish in the sketchbook, which is really kind of cool. Perhaps a bit of a intermission or even a detour from the sketchbook itself. I think one of the things I'm happiest with is the fact that I kept these and I committed to them, because truly, like, being able to look back on these is such a confidence boost artistically. Being able to visually see the progress, the ups and downs of me figuring out myself as an artist is so sweet, and it really helps to combat those feelings of being inferior as an artist that often come because you're sitting there and you're like, look at all of these much better artists than me, right? And I totally forgot to space, like, remember when I had long hair? No, because none of you were here. But geez, I hated having long hair. My hair is like cropped to my ears now for reference, but my hair used to be 3 feet long. So, and even like the trials and tribulations between, oh wow, that cover is just gonna tear if I do anything with it. The trials and tribulations between these sketchbooks, you know, this one actually came in between these two, right? Oh, wait, no, I'm a liar. These were back to back. Oops. I thought it went between them. I am stupid. But I really do think this is substantially better than this one, right? And so this would have been a bit of a confidence boost to like go through the process of having something that I know for a fact. I remember being so unbelievably proud of this, and then having this next. So I do want to go through, oops, dropping you guys. Sorry, it's really hard to hold these tiny sketchbooks and my mic at the same time. I do want to, oh geez, do we do fan art or do we do immature, childish penis drawings? They're Pokemon as well in here. So, yeah, let's go back to 0.4. We can talk about the fan art real quick. God, the sketchbook's embarrassing. Kicking it off strong with Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. Let me scoot back just a touch. But I'm so happy with myself. And you know what? Right here, I will put a picture of the clay Calcifer thing I made. It's my first time ever working with clay, but right here you will see the earring holder I made. And when you think about the fact that it's my first time working with clay, and like here's a sketch of Calcifer from 2018, it's like, wow, look at how far you've come. I also love that, like, my response to there being no indication of the Sketchbooks brand was to just tape this label on the inside. Like, I'm never rebuying this sketchbook. I do not like this, like, thin plastic cover. And the paper's fine, at least. This is the hand scene, so when Howl reaches out to take the sheet from the pocket of Sophie. And, you know, I think I actually did a pretty good job of capturing it. You can definitely see from this one, well, picking up the weird cat toy strands, like, you can see that there's definitely a better attention. Where is that ugly hand? You can definitely see a better grasp of kind of proportioning of things within a scene between just these two sketchbooks, which were back to back. So that's a huge improvement for me. And little me was sad about it. Little me, 15-year-old me was the same height as 21-year-old me, so it wasn't very little. Not sure who these people are. So, I mean, good for them. They look happy together. This is probably supposed to be Sophie. The Blue October, I hope you're happy album came out. I was not a huge fan of it. Wes from Don't Starve together. Not too bad. Cute little marker drawing. More hair studies. Elle's logo. Critique practice. You know what? That's good. I honestly probably should. Slimmin' is quite the word. Some edgy Tumblr stuff, as you would expect from me. Elle fan art go. Elle fan art. Gary from Eve. I loved Eve so much when I was little. I'm sure I referenced this from a very talented artist. I wish I knew their name. Just know that I'm not this creative. Like, little me was not able to think of creative posing. And I definitely required references to look at things. Clearly I retried the scene and gave up. More Gary. Wow. Homeboy needs a forehead and he's a fire. What's little guy trying to do? Homeboy's hanging on for dear life. Which I know is what he's doing in the scene, but like, ooh boy. Oh, that's... Sorry, I don't really know what's in here. I just know it's fan art. Wow. Homeboy's going. Wow, he has a crusty mouth. You can see where I tried to go over it in white gel pen, and he just ended up with a really crusty mouth. Poor Howl. Sorry, bro. And this actually probably wasn't my fault. Some paper that's not really built to take marker will, like, do this thing where it just, like, doesn't work. I don't know what it's called, but it'll become speckly and, like, ruin your art. I did play Mystic Messenger when it came out, like, before the blue-haired guy and 707's brother had routes. Little Witch Academia fanart. I hate this anime. Like, as an adult, I hate it. It really, like, grinds my gears super bad. But when I was little, I really liked it. Little Witch Academia. I really liked Andrew's attire. The, like, love interest. I think that this is when I realized that I wanted to be a dapper lady. Like, I wanted to grow up and wear suits. Not, is his name Human? Jimin? Jim? I don't know. Finding Diamato's Eye. I don't know what that means. My bookshelf. God, the good old days. Yeah, oh, no reference. Oh no, indeed is a problem. Or I drew Tumblr art. My potassium medication. I remember being so weirded out that I had to take potassium. I'm not entirely sure though. I think one is a wrapper and then one is it's with an E. Thank you, little me. It's definitely Aiden with an E. So, and then I think Aiden with an A is a wrapper. So, works out. Hair sketches. I'm getting the shape of the face a bit better. I don't draw faces this wide, to be honest, now, but like I'm getting a better. Ooh, wow! I did so much better in ink than pencil, which I think is actually like to date still how my art works. Like I think that I'm still way sorry about the glare. I'm still way better with ink than I am with pencil. Like things in ink just come a lot more naturally to me. It has a much harsher contrast that makes doing things so much more easy for my brain to process. Casa 69 is an Italian album or band. I think the band is Casa 69. I can't think of the name. Unimagined by Hands Like Houses. Oh, ooh, what is this artist's name? I don't know why. I want to say it's Aviation, but it's totally not. The song Monster Under My Bed, I think, is on that album, and that's about all I can give you. Math by the Yeah 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 album cover. My Chicken. The cover of Les Mis, the unabridged edition that I own. I still own it somewhere. Bled through. So I had to skip the page and draw more Sally Face fan art. Oh gosh. Homeboy is such a wide stance. Jesus, bro. What are you doing down there? Eyes backwards? You know what? That probably is a really backwards eye. Wow. I don't remember what that was. Maybe an album cover. Another pen sketch. That hand doing its best stuff. Wow. Oh, and then I'm gonna remind you all about this at the end of the video, and I might put in a little like tangent at the beginning, like just show a picture. But I wanted to have this be the first video of December because I'm going to be doing a year in review of my art. And I think that the best way to kind of discuss my art this year is to follow that up by then where did my brain go? Sorry, this is why I do voiceovers a lot of the time. I wanted to do this so that the end of the year when I discuss my art, I can refer people back to the first of the art that I really created as somebody who wanted to do art. And refer people back to the things like this wherein I was trying to do something for myself and enjoy an artistic process so that when you guys see what I made at the beginning of the year versus what I've made recently in December, the unfinished drawings, the drawings I plan to finish in the coming months, Gary fan art, you guys will be able to see like front to back really like the start and the now of my artistic journey because there is no end. I still really like these little guys. I think about them from time to time. I'm like, you know what? Those are cute. They should be Ghibli characters. Yeah, I'm really excited for that coming video. I'm optimistic that what will come of it is me really getting to kind of acknowledge a point 11, 8, 18. I think that's right around the time I made my YouTube channel. My Instagram. Wow. But I'm really looking forward to having in like 2.5 weeks from now to sit down and really just say what difference has been made artistically. Like this stuff will be fresh in my mind when we get there, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I would really appreciate it if you guys stick around to see it by subscribing. But We could talk about that at the end of the video. Here's a self-portrait. This is the last of the tiny the sketchbooks overall. My socks, a what's the band called? Red Hot Chili Pepper album cover. Some jellyfish. That would be this hand, and I would be holding it like this. Maybe you could tell it was my hand if I had my nails painted black currently. This is thermal polish, though it's not actually black. It's like a really deep purple, but I don't know why. I always pick this nail polish off before I pick this one. An old dude. Honestly, that kind of... I don't know if I know anyone that looks like that. Some figure drawings. And so when I said that I have some like crude art in here, I mean that saggy old being tits. You know what? Those are some saggy tits. I can't argue that. When I say that I made some like crude, questionable, like totally like stereotypical teen boy art, I mean that I had this idea, right, when I was little. I had a revelation. And have you guys ever seen those, I really don't know where it is in here, it's kind of scary. Have you guys ever seen those drawings about like, what does Dicklet look, or Dicklet? Dicklet is the drawing. What does Diglett look like under the surface? And they're like buff Diglett and other really like crude, horrifying things. Well, I designed him based on an anatomical drawing of the inside. And here he is with boobs. Ooh. I like don't even have words for the fact that I really never thought that this would ever see the internet ever. And we're gonna immediately move on, even though it's like in here multiple times. I will try to censor it from here on out. Like, you've seen it once, you do not need to see it again. Here are my earbuds. Here's normal stuff. Shirt, a fish, hair, feet. Not really that normal. There's some messed up feet too. Dang. I don't know what that foot looks like, but it kind of looks like a vegetable. Can't think of which one though. Oh, this is supposed to be no face. Can't tell. I got Ghost, so Wi-Fi was off all day. Yeah, probably a power outage. We get those a lot. So like going back to like the sketchbook before this, like this is such a good drawing of my cat compared to this one. I'm just saying, like there's just something about me and black pen. This is probably a self-portrait. I used to wear overalls and rain boots to go like put my chickens up and stuff. You will, if you watch my first ever sketchbook tour, I did give a tour, I believe, of my sketchbook 1, where I either hadn't found these yet, or I like mentioned that it's like sketchbook 1, but there's these precursory sketchbooks. This is the first drawing in that, if you decide to watch that video. I will make it the pinned video up here, until my year-end review video comes out, so that I can link to that. This is also good. Nope. This might not be Ghost. This might be Black Cat. I can't tell. But the face shapes are a little different, I swear. This does not look great. However, this sketch right here, hear me out. Okay, let's just like get rid of that other one. That's not great. This sketch of me holding a lemon balm plant at like a local plant store is not that bad. The contrast, like if you squint, you can tell that the contrast is awful. Like it's the darks and then the lights. But all things considered, like pretty decent job compared to what's next to it. My foot's asleep. There it's back again. And you know what? We don't want to look at these toes anyway. Or the bottom of this foot. So, you know, let's just like move on. See, I knew I had other drawings of what Diglett might look like under the surface. These are normaler, right? I think this is also the only sketchbook where these drawings exist. my chicken. More Diglett. Trying to draw a normal Diglett. Practicing for Diglett. Diglett no and Diglett nope is absolutely the correct statement. I really like drawing eyes like this for a while. Trying to figure out Diglett. Some, like, probably a self-portrait. I still have this shirt. You also see hair that looks like this in that other sketchbook. I believe I did a couple drawings with wavy, flowing hair like that. Blue pen, and then orange and purple pen. Face is messed up, but the hair is not too horrible. You know, it's got a flow to it. Could be worse. Hands, probably my hands. I think I even know what sweater that is, and I do still have it. My mouth. I know because it took me a really long time to figure out how I wanted to draw my freckles. You know, like freckles like often are perceived as like dots, but most of my freckles are like rectangles. Massive splotches, so just some colored pencil junk. I can't even, sorry, I completely zoned out. I'm like trying to think of what this would be the inside of. My bookshelf. So this was the older sketch, and then this is the newer one between the two. Sometimes I just do that. I'm like, oh, I want to be on this page because like I won't like the distribution of the sketch, or like I won't feel like being over here. I'll want to be over here by the edge, and I'll be like, I'll fill it in later. My shoe, I still have these shoes, and I still have those socks. My shoes don't look anything like that though, but I know it's them. I have no idea what this is though. Maybe playground equipment? I don't even know which way's the right way. Oh gosh. My chicken, her name is Sophie. Saltine crackers. You know what? That's not a bad fingernail, okay? Gotta give that one credit. Bird. Some more Don't Starve characters. A bowl. My computer. Probably a chapstick. I don't know what this would be. July 1st. Oh, I remember. Yeah. So on the 1st of July, several years ago, if you hear like heavy breathing, it's my brother's dog. We had to go and pick up some like flooring for my grandma's room, and I was at Barnes & Noble for hours. Cyclops. I will bet money that she wasn't supposed to be a Cyclops, but I didn't have enough room for her other eye, so I just wung it. Beats, eyeballs, highlighters. My love for highlighters started probably right around here. Oh my gosh, we have a little more. Oh. God, I drew it so many times. There's like no permanent escape from that demon that is in my sketchbook. Another one of my chickens. This was obviously supposed to be Bulbasaur, and I just quit. Self-portrait. Terrible self-portrait, but a portrait nonetheless. A completely different self-portrait of a completely different art style with a very different hand. Sharpie drawing for one Sharpie. Yeah, I did kind of love her. Honestly, I did better with one Sharpie and no sketch than I did referencing my own art. I love this cactus pencil holder. It's on my desk right now. I keep it filled with cactus-shaped pens. And honestly, not too bad for a pair of scissors. Like, hear me out. It's not awful. Hear me out. Let me just, that's awful. That's a self-portrait. Do I look like 50 different people to you all yet? These people I probably just found on Pinterest. Definitely just found her on Pinterest. Ghost Witness It Still. Fair. Self-portrait. Based off of Ghost. Oh, the band Ghost. Yep. Okay. Okay. You know, I love how some of the art will, like, almost look good, and then it'll be immediately followed up with this. You can really tell when I am not and when I am using a reference based on the quality. But you know, sometimes you just have a bad sketching day. I just happen to have them a lot, which is fair. I feel so sorry for whatever man I was referencing. More Sharpies. You guys cannot see that. I couldn't see it either, to be very fair. I just didn't want to see it personally. Yeah, okay, you can see it at an angle. And that's it for the Sharpie art. Okay. Ears, mouths, vampires. So when I was younger, I wanted to get something like this tattooed on my leg in honor of my stepdad, who was a amputee who is now passed. So I don't know. Sometimes I still think about it, but I don't even know if he would have been cool with that. You know, I was really young when he passed. Oh yeah, I remember when I read Almost Blue. That was a long time ago. Well, yeah, no, yeah, of course it's a long time ago. We're in 20, whatever. Oh, these are some cute flowers. Rewatching Black Butler. Poor soul. That was not a good anime. The manga's better is what I'm trying to say. This must have been a pier. Not sure why I wanted to draw a pier. Just a tiny bit dead. I guess I really messed up her face and made her a zombie to try and recover my dignity. Whatever this is, it's awful. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Why am I so awful at this? I should have tried that. Poor little me kept going. I'm proud of her. A7X. And then 7-fold. My hand again. I don't know who this would have been. I didn't have any long sleeve striped sweaters. And then the farewell. Well, penis lip. And that was probably also him. So I suppose, needless to say, this was a very interesting journey into a lot of my old art from when I was a 15-year-old, about to be 16-year-old, and basically the beginning of me discovering art. And so I am going to put these here, and I'm going to just talk for a brief moment about why I wanted to share this outside of my future video, and why I'm so appreciative of you guys sitting here with me for the probably 40 or so minutes it took me to get through all of this. But basically, I probably wouldn't still be an artist right now if I didn't have sketchbooks like these to look back on and realize just how substantial the improvement I've undergone actually is. And if I didn't have the ability to reflect on these periods in my life artistically and actually realize that it is the dedication to learning art that makes you a good artist, right? I hate when people say you're so talented, because this isn't a talent. It is a developed skill that you acquire through hard work and dedication to learning it, right? Something like it takes 10,000 hours to master something. That goes for art. It goes for all forms of art. Theater, music, instruments, singing, visual arts like this, interpretive dance in general, things like that all take time and dedication to acquire a skill and then following that up with a mastery. And I haven't shown my old art on the channel in a while. I can't remember when my last sketchbook tour was, and so it feels like the perfect time. I'm going to wrap up the year with a art review of the things I created, my favorites, and then like some particular least favorites that I just really want to continue complaining about. And what better way to close out 2024 and open 2025 than looking at the very beginning of my art journey for a moment, aside from that art class that like ruined me as a child and like crushed my hopes and dreams for like a year and a half or something like that. But I feel very fulfilled and honored to be able to sit here and tell you that I am now 6 years better at art and to show you the art that I make that I'm really proud of. I mean, I have my own art on the wall because there's some illustrations that I'm just so in love with, and I'm so proud that it came from my hand. And if you are at this stage in your art, I know I jested and I joked a bit about some of the broken hands. You have to make broken hands to make not broken hands, okay? It's just how it's going to be. And to be honest, I still make broken hands sometimes, and I look at them and I'm like, that is literally not anatomically possible. And I move on. It was okay, it's a bad drawing. So what, right? So thank you so much for sitting here and enduring my little art journey, listening to my philosophical little you can do anything if you apply yourself to it. And finally, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of stuff for the month of December. And if we're to actually merge into my usual outro, it is like if you like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you would like to see more of my content, you like me, you like my art, anything like that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, wherever you are. And with all of this being said, bye-bye.